You're sitting in your room. The door is closed. Your phone is in your hand. You haven't spoken to another person in hours. To you, this feels completely normal. But for almost 300,000 years of human history, this moment barely existed. Being alone for an entire evening wasn't peaceful. It was dangerous. A lone human was easier to hunt, less able to find food, and far less likely to survive. Our ancestors evolved surrounded by family, friends, children, elders, and companions almost every waking hour. Yet today, millions of people spend their days connected to thousands online while feeling more isolated than ever before. That raises an uncomfortable question. If we have better homes, longer lives, modern medicine, instant entertainment, and technology beyond imagination, why are anxiety, loneliness, and burnout so common? Could it be that ancient humans understood something about happiness that we've forgotten? The answer is far more surprising than simply saying yes or no. The promise. The secret science of happiness. Most people imagine prehistoric humans as miserable cavemen, struggling every day just to stay alive. But archaeology and modern psychology paint a much more complicated picture. No, ancient life wasn't easier. People faced disease, hunger, dangerous animals, and harsh climates. Many died young, yet evidence suggests they also lived with constant purpose, deep social bonds, regular movement, and direct connections to nature, conditions the human brain evolved to expect. Today, we'll explore what scientists have discovered about the lives of our ancestors, why their world shaped the modern human mind, and whether the greatest difference between them and us isn't comfort, but connection. Purpose was built into every day. Imagine waking up tomorrow with no emails, no meetings, no endless notifications. Not because life was simple, but because every task had an obvious purpose. Ancient humans didn't need motivational books to find meaning. Survival created it automatically. Hunters tracked animals across miles of wilderness. Gatherers searched for edible plants, berries, roots, and medicinal herbs. Others repaired shelters, crafted tools, prepared food, or cared for children. Every action mattered. If you sharpened a spear correctly, tomorrow's hunt became safer. If you recognized a poisonous plant, your family survived. If you taught a child how to make fire, that knowledge could protect generations. Modern psychologists describe purpose as one of the strongest predictors of well-being. Ironically, our ancestors rarely had to search for it. Today, many people spend years wondering whether their work truly matters. Our ancestors saw the results of their efforts every single day. The meal they ate often came directly from the work they had completed only hours before. That immediate connection between effort and reward gave daily life a clarity many people struggle to find today. Humans were never meant to be alone. Perhaps the greatest advantage ancient humans possessed wasn't strength, it was each other. Humans survived because they cooperated better than almost any other animal. Small groups shared food, protected children, cared for injured members, and passed knowledge from one generation to the next. Archaeological discoveries at Ohalo, two in present-day Israel, reveal organized camps dating back around 23,000 years. Researchers found carefully arranged shelters, shared fireplaces, grinding stones, and evidence that entire communities repeatedly returned to the same location. This wasn't random survival, it was organized society. Around campfires, stories became lessons. Children learned by watching adults. Elders shared experience instead of written books. Laughter strengthened trust. Music reduced tension. Everyone depended on someone else. Compare that with modern life. Many people know hundreds online, but barely know their neighbors. Technology has connected the world while sometimes separating the people living under the same roof. Our brains evolved expecting close-knit tribes. Instead, they often receive notifications. They're not the same thing. The brain that never left the Stone Age. Our world changed faster than our biology. The human brain that reads emails today is almost identical to the brain that once watched the horizon for predators. When our ancestors heard branches snapping nearby, stress hormones flooded the body. Heart rate increased, vision sharpened, muscles prepared for action. Once the danger disappeared, the body recovered. Modern stress rarely works that way. Instead of escaping a predator, we worry about bills, deadlines, traffic, social media, and problems that can last for months. Our stress response remains active far longer than it evolved to. Scientists call this evolutionary mismatch. The environment changed, our biology didn't. The same survival system that once protected us now reacts to unread messages, breaking news, and endless comparison. This may explain why so many people feel mentally exhausted despite living safer lives than any generation before them. Our ancestors faced greater physical danger. We often face greater psychological pressure. The world's first engineers. Calling prehistoric humans primitive may be one of history's greatest misunderstandings. Long before cities or factories existed, humans were already remarkable engineers. Need warmth? They mastered fire and insulated shelters with animal hides. Need food through winter? They smoked meat, dried fish, and stored edible plants. Need successful hunts? They designed balanced spears, stone blades, fishing hooks, traps, and eventually bows. The Schöningen spears discovered in Germany are more than 300,000 years old. These weren't random sticks, they were carefully shaped weapons balanced for throwing with incredible precision. Someone understood weight distribution through observation long before physics had a name. Innovation wasn't optional, it meant survival. Every failed design carried consequences. Every successful invention increased the odds of living another season. The satisfaction of solving real-world problems is something our brains still reward today. Perhaps that's why building, creating, fixing, and learning new skills remain deeply fulfilling. Those instincts are ancient. So, were they actually happier? This is where the story becomes complicated. Ancient humans endured hardships most of us would never willingly choose. Infections that are easily treated today could become deadly. Childbirth carried enormous risk. Injuries often had no cure. Food wasn't guaranteed. Modern civilization has dramatically improved human life through medicine, sanitation, education, and technology. We should never forget that. But happiness isn't measured only by comfort. Our ancestors likely experienced things many modern people struggle to find. Daily movement, strong communities, shared meals, face-to-face conversations, meaningful work, regular time outdoors. These aren't ancient luxuries. They're exactly the habits modern psychologists continue recommending for better mental health. Maybe the greatest lesson isn't that ancient humans were happier. It's that the human brain still expects many of the conditions under which it evolved. We replaced tribes with followers, campfires with screens, shared evenings with endless scrolling. Technology solved countless problems, but it also introduced challenges evolution never prepared us for. The goal isn't returning to the Stone Age, it's remembering what the Stone Age built inside us. If this video changed the way you think about human history, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Every week we uncover the forgotten technologies, survival strategies, and discoveries that transformed ordinary humans into the most adaptable species on Earth. Because understanding the past might be the best way to understand ourselves.